cruise and carry, 12-pound outboard. And here's the problem. There used to be nylon bushings in here, and as you can see, they are no more. So I need to get down there and get that out. Looks like I need to take. It's flipped up. Let's see. Is it English? Are you German? No. I don't think this is quite factory original. I mean, it works. Just Okay. Stainless. I wonder if this is the reverse. Might be. Reverse or neutral, one of the two. Gracie. Somehow this whole assembly comes apart. So that comes off like that. This is just a lock. Comes off like that. Comes off like that. Okay, that's done. Ooh, this might be metric. Oh, made in Japan. Most definitely metric. It's interesting that the exhaust bolts 11/32 fit really well. So, not quite sure what the metric equivalent is there. But apparently those two sizes are very close. Pinch bolt is loose. Ta-da! We have part one. Set that over there. We need to do part two. So there's just basically a flat that goes in there, and that's what spins the shaft. Phillips. so greasy. Actually, honestly, this isn't bad. I mean, it's a bit greasy, but I've seen much, much worse. Split that. Split away. So this guy just fits down in that little trough. I wonder if I gotta pull it back. I don't want to over tweak this because if I break this piece, there's no replacement parts available. Hence why it's sitting here and making parts for it. Okay, so there's this, and there is Bumpkus. There's this little lever here that unlocks the tip. When this guy is pointing this way, it is unlocked, so I need to make sure this is low enough that this engages this piece, which looks a bit kittywampus. Whatever. Other than that, I think it's just diameter of the tube. What's my weight set up for right now? It's probably in millimeters, since this is older Japan. 28, 33, 34 and a little change. Need a couple widgets. Cross section wise, look like so. And this diameter here, make 34. The little bit of slop in there will be what lets it turn in these brackets. About 12. So I'll make this a little bit longer by 4 millimeters. So 16 millimeters. This piece. This piece, there's no inset. This piece, there is an inset. So that's about 5 millimeters. So this needs to be at least 5. I'm going to add 2 to it and make it 7 millimeters. So there'll be 2 millimeters of clearance between this top surface and the bottom of this. So that gives me my overall length. Side diameter. I want it to sit in this pocket. That's about 41. And 41 works on there. So I'm going to go 41 millimeters there. Now it's just the inside diameter. Okay, right here it's 28 on the dot. Down there it's 28. Here it's a little under, or I should say a little over. So I'm going to go for 28 millimeters. Okay, so that's what I need to build. And now for what to make it out of. Haha. So this is black Delrin, high molecular plastic, so it's really slippery, and the black version of it should have UV stabilization in it. The site I ordered, I just got this chunk off of eBay. It didn't specifically say it was UV resistant, but I think all the black Delrin is UV resistant. The only other color choice is natural, and that will break down in sunlight after a while. It's kind of interesting. This side looks like it was cut with a bandsaw or something else. I think they used a chop saw on this side, because you can see they started cutting here and they came around like this, and then all the smush from swirly marks got shot out that way. Doesn't matter, it just makes it a little more interesting to line up since I don't have a nice flat end on either end. Okay, I gotta move the camera. This will be entertaining for you guys. So this is like the pseudo janky shop tour. Oh, aha! Okay, let me get this mounted. Now there's quite a delay on the stream, so it's going to take me a little bit to get this all lined up and visible where it needs to be. Just waiting for it to catch up. Are we that? I got it. And swarf-wise, we're pretty good. That's actually not too bad. I think I'm going to go with that. Random bearing. So I got a whole pile of these little bearings. And they're not skate bearings. They're bigger than a skate bearing and really wide. I don't know if they're double row or if they're single row ball bearings, but they be old. When's the last time you saw ball bearings that came in little cardboard boxes, at least this size of bearing, come in little cardboard boxes with color printing and tape, non-plastic paper tape holding them all together. The 38K VTTs. So at some point here I'll look them up and figure out what they are. If anyone has an interesting use for them, let me know, because I got a small tin of them and I don't know what to do with them. The grease is kind of dried up in them, but I just added a little oil and spun around, and they seem to work good. Or the one sample seems to work good. Okay, fire up the lathe. So, first order of business, clean off the oil on the chuck so I don't get covered in it when I turn it on. Second order of business, gotta get this in there. So I can center drill the end. Let's see if we can even get the end on camera. So that sticks out quite a ways. If not, we'll move the camera. That's actually not too bad. I may just go with that. just barely in frame. Okay, first things first, tighten the truck. Second things second, let's center drill the end of this. Since I know I'm going to have to take a great big huge hole down the center, I'm just going to go in with the biggest center drill I have. Probably should use the bigger chuck, but this will work. Okay, contact. I wonder if I could get that centered. So this is 2-inch diameter, so I should have plenty to make these parts. And the only debate right now is how many to make. Okay, got that. Next up, stick a live center in that. Where is, there's my live center. And now things should stay nice and rigid for me. Oh, fail. I forgot I need the extension because the way my plate is set up. Morris tapered 2 extensions for the win. Obviously nowhere near as rigid as putting it straight in the tailstock, but your options are limited. You do what you have to do. Oh, still not enough. Quite a bit of wobble. Okay, so I got a line all the way around. And now I can check my diameter. And I have 48 to play with. I need 41. So in theory this should work out. What I really want to do is just face this end to get a nice flat surface. I could put another extension in, but then this is going to get even worse. Or I can just lop off. I might just lop off the pieces I need. Main reason I was trying to machine it on this far end. Well, I could put my steady rests on. That might help too. Far end is, you got to leave so much in the chuck just to grab it. So if I cut off little pieces and machine it over here, I'm going to cut it off and have these little chunks left over that I can't really use for anything. Okay, I'm going to readjust my setup and see if I can get little better arrangement. Boy, that bolt's boogered. And yeah, I'm about centered. Hey, there we go. Cool. Nice and flat. Take one more cut. I need lathe. Mode. So this surface is now the 0 on my DRO. millimeters Yay, variable speed. And contact. Over 500 RPM. One. Yeah, there's 25 millimeters. Spring cut, and I'll measure and set my zero. Oh, still haven't cut all the way through, but looks like I can get to these two sides. So 50, 76, 50, 72. I'm gonna go 50, 50, 74. Reset. 50, 74. Oh. Okay, so now I need to turn that down to 41 millimeters. Not a super critical dimension because this is the outer loss. 41 and a half and 2/10. 41. Yeah, pretty damn close. So my DRO is reading small, which is goodness, because if I need to, I can just take a little bit of sandpaper and finish this off. Dialed into 41, dead on. And I'm just going to auto feed it for a nice surface finish. Well, hopefully a nice surface finish. Lots of hair. Stringy plastic. I like the finish on that. Where'd the grease come from? Am I 41? 4101. I will take that. Okay, next dimension. 34 or 16. But before I do that, which bucket's on my back? Aluminum. So I'm at 41. Let's take 5, 40, 39, 38. See if I can take 3 millimeters off without things going horribly wrong. And I need to stop 16 millimeters in. That's 15 millimeters in. going to leave the last millimeter as a buffer. 34. So I'm at 34.94. This to 16. Millimeters. Zero. Very weak Delrin extension springs. Okay, now I need to take the inside to 28 millimeters. Oh, it's a close 28 millimeters to inches. I know I don't have a 28 millimeter drill. 1.102 inches. 1.102. Okay, I got big drills. So, I have a 1 inch, and that looks to be the biggest drill I have. I do not have a 1 1/8, which would be a little oversized. If I had a 1 1/16, or actually a 1 1/32, 1 3/32 would be ideal. But alas, I do not have that. Okay, let's find some drills to get me up to that drill. So the goal is to drill, pull down the center bigger than the web in the center of the drill bits. Because the very center point of the drill bit doesn't really drill, it just sort of smushes stuff around. if your pilot hole is that big, life will be better. And the smaller the drill, the smaller that little web, the less stuff you smush around. It's yada 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 yada. Okay. Chuck. Okay. Get that wall up. Set it in there. Keys right there. And I'm going to start out with random size X. I literally didn't pay attention to what I grabbed. Already got a pilot hole, so we're good there. As for depth, I'm just going all the way down. Okay, that's one down. Okay, I need this thing to overall 23. Oh, leg butter. Again, leg butter. Other than that first little cutting through the hardened little bit of plastic at the beginning here. So this drill has flats on it, so make sure you clock it such that the flats line up with the jaws and the chuck. Life will go better that way. This one, at least that far. Fail. Degrease the shank of my Morris taper. Lock that. Lock that. Take the drill bit out for a minute. Okay, try that. the easy part. Uh-oh. I got that in there too good now. There it goes. Okay, so what's next? Ooh, it's got an interesting rifle pattern to the inside. I need to bore this out. So right now it's 26 millimeters. I need to take it up to 28. So I need to take 2 millimeters-ish off. I need a boring bar. Very boring bar, hopefully. Ooh, got him. It's probably about exactly what I need. Okay, I need a holder. I have a holder. Rubber anti-fatigue mats, the saving grace of tools everywhere. Okay. Next sole. Where is the Allen wrench for these? Too low. So right there's the back of the part. The name of the game here is going to be very light cuts because I have no support. First, I'm going to try and get this set slightly at or above center line. Let's see, that's 0 right there. ZZ. At least 23. roughly where I'm at. $26.5 preset. 26.5. Okay. That should be 27.5. Really probably should have got a steady rest on this. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. I can lop this off, shove it in there, and do it again. So I don't need concentric. Oh, and I can see I'm not concentric. Watch. That was a bummer. We'll see how this turns out. Worst case, I can make another one. The exciting of auto feed. 18, 19, 20 millimeters, 21, 22, 23, 24 and a half. Close enough. Let's see, where am I at now? I am at 27.4. So I need to go another 0.6 of a millimeter, but I'm really off center. So I'm not going to do it this way anymore. I'm going to part the part off and then mount it over here and see how that turns out for me. Okay. I need a parting tool. I got plenty of materials. I'll use the wide one. So right now I'm just lining up that by eye. ZZ. And I want 23. Far. No. 23. Okay, now I need a center. My standard center will not work anymore. Let's see if I have enough distance on this guy. I do. Nice. Forward. Slapping this off just a bit. And there's one part. And it's a bit of a tight fit, but it fits. Fits on this side too. I mean, it's tight, but it's not excessive. So I think I'll go with that. Need one more. And shaft size, yeah, I totally need to make it bigger. So before I tear this all down, I think I'm going to try and make another one of those off the end of the stick. Okay, let's see. Don't forget, oil your ways. Okay, that's out of the way. Let's see if I can center this up a little better. Meh. Okay, done with that one for right now. Can this? Yes, it can. Cool. Okay. Zero Z. Ooh, problematic. Yeah, I'm off center. Okay, so this piece here is all going to be waste. But I'll cut that off at a later point. Call that 0. X. 49.48. Here's that. 49.48. And I need to take that down to 41. 41 for a length of 32. Auto feed. Am I at? $41.95. 41.95. 5 under. I'll take that. The other one was a little tight, so this one being a little looser is probably a good thing. And also, this is just the shoulder, so it doesn't matter that much. But that tells me that I need to add 5 to this. So preset X. So let's go 41.04. Because that was the, no, preset X 40.95, because that's what it actually was. Okay. Extract. Ooh. I may have an upcoming issue. So I need to go down to 34. For a distance of 16. In some change. 36. And we'll back up as far as I can go. And auto beat. 15 and some change. 1575. 2, 4, 1599. Sounds good to me. Okay, now let's back up to 0. There. That's where I need a little line to and lop off at some point. That's going to be entertaining. Okay. Oops. Okay. And it's time for all the drilling again. This time, not so manly with setting the drill chuck in the taper. Boom, 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 boom. Get there. Make it back up. Done with that one. Time for the butter drills. 9/64. Oh, 19/64, sorry. And this one is 1/2 inch, I believe. And 1 inch. And if I did everything right, this should take this little cone right off. And if I didn't, it won't. And there'll be great sounds. Almost. And I should be done drilling. Oil back on this. Okay, first things first. Lined up with the end of the part. Right there. Zero the Z. Bring this over 23. Right there. Okay, lock that. Put this in. Lock it to start with. I'll back it off. That and put it away. I'm done with this. block. Got a place to keep that at some point. So I got 2 bushings with off-center holes. And, ooh, new one is slightly oversized. Or there's just a burr. Definitely tighter. We have to sand on that one a bit. It and get a bit boring. Yes, I have enough travel. Really sucks when you don't check that and you get to the bottom of the part and you're like, I'm a couple millimeters too short to go all the way through. Okay, I'm gonna lock that right there. Is there. I am at roughly 2704, 2703 preset 27.03, and I need to go up to 28. There, that's 28 and a little change. Right, I'm going to back that off. There you go, 28. Oh, big old ball of stuff's coming out the back. Well, the squeaking stopped. Through? Yep, I'm through. Ew. Okay, let's give this a test fit. Oh, so much more concentric. But still too tight. Much too tight. So what diameter is this right now? Well, in theory it's the right diameter. 28. I'm going to cut an extra, let's go 5 off. So let's go 28. 28? 28. 27, 28. 28 and a half is too much. Let's go 28 and a tenth. What I really need to do is hook, right now the lead screw is hooked to the spindle via change gears, which is great for cutting screw threads. But most of the time I just use it for a power feed. When I don't have a quick change gearbox, I actually have to swap gears out. I really should make a stepper motor in line with the thread, and then a tone wheel on the spindle, so I can just sit here and tune up or down. Well, actually, I don't need the tone wheel. I could just put a stepper motor on the spindle as a speed control and power feed with whatever rate I want. And the rate would be independent of the speed of the spindle, which I think would be okay in most conditions. So you just want to, I just need a nice, even, smooth end. I think I'm through. Took next to nothing off, which is expected. Oh, still a little tight. Okay, so let's go another 1/10 of a millimeter. Yeah, there we go. And we're off. The real question is, do I want the shaft to spin in the bushing or the bushing to spin in the motor mount? Maybe I want the shaft to spin in the bushing because there's more surface area there. So I'm probably going to have to open this up quite a bit more. Because at the top of the shaft, a nice round 28 millimeters. Where these things ride, it's sort of squashed out 28 1/4. Once I get a good fit at the top of the shaft, I need to take another 1/4 of a millimeter off. Oh, actually it is through. Nice. And now we have we have a nice snug fit. So now I want to take off another ¾ or a 1/4 of a millimeter. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. So 28.5, a little under by the scale on my DRO, which is slightly off from the actual diameter. Okay, bring this up to almost touching, and engage. The good news, now that I got this one dialed, the next one I should just be able to plop in there and go crazy. Less hunting and pecking. Nice fit. I will go with that. Now we're going to have to notch need to turn the OD down on one of these. It's slightly too big to fit down. So this little nubbin here, apparently the dimension this way is smaller than this dimension. So I need to turn that down. But with a bit of work, I'm able to get it on and off without cutting or notching the bearing. Well, I was able to get it on. Turning it off might be another trip. Oh, there it goes. So before I do that, I want to bore the other one. Since I have the boring bar set up exactly where it needs to be. That does its thing. I'll check the fit. According to the measurements, this is 42. 41 definitely doesn't fit in it, so it must be off center. And it's time for reassemble stuff on me. All went well. That should be the same dimension. Yep, good fit. One of these two, I just want to take a smidge off the outside diameter to make it fit in that lower, I don't even know what you'd call that. Stop slash motor release, I guess, maybe. Put the boring bar back, we're done with that. Holder is done. Allen wrench is done. Put this guy back on. Let's see if I got it on there square-ish. So that fits that way. And I can feel the lip all the way around, and I got a good slip fit. I think I'm good. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick because they're awfully greasy before I move the camera. And lots of cleanup will be had at a later date. I feel less impregnated with machine oil now. Okay, let's move the camera. Is there anything? No. Excuse the framing weirdness until the stream catches back up again. Okay. I need to turn it this way a bit and likely that way. Still have to go down a little bit more. I wonder when the new Pi camera with the C-mount comes out. I wonder if I think it's a better resolution sensor in it. Well, resolution's the wrong term. More sensitive sensor. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. I wonder if that, and then if there'll be any semi-cheap autofocus lenses available. Oh, cool, that worked. Because that'd be pretty cool. Just put the camera on a gimbal mount and auto zoom, and then hook that to the comment section, so people can do what they want. And then I don't have to sit there and move the camera around. Other than people fighting over the controls, which could also still be interesting. And now I don't know which one. That one's pretty even. Okay, this is the lower one, or what I'm calling the lower one. I got a bit of a burr on both sides, and I don't have a really great tool these guys are great for insides and like doing that. Awesome. Awesome. Doing the outside edges, I probably should have spent some more time with a file in the lathe. Well, this isn't too bad. The Delrin is definitely stringy. Puts a nice little bevel on it. One thing I didn't think about is, could I 3D print these? I don't think you can 3D print Delrin, although I've never looked. Maybe you can. If you printed it this way so the circles went around, it might work just fine. If the circles went this way, it'd want to split. Or if you put the layers this way, it would split and fall apart. Okay, I'm happy with those. Now to put this mess back together. I'm going to go for broke and put these in first. Oh, nice tight fit. Done. So this piece goes on like that, and when it turns around like this, it releases the latch, and when it's in any other position, it can't release. That fits good, and that's down all the way. This guy just plops in there like that. Cool. Okay, next we got to put this on. So put it the right way up. It just sort of slides on like that. It goes right about there. Feed the cable through. Good news is I can't put it on backwards because there's a little notch the cable goes in. For position, it looks like it was right there. So get that lined up, get the notch lined up, tighten the screw. Okay, this guy goes that way. Oh no! Oh, there it goes. I did not account for how tight. Oh. I did not account for when I pounded that in there, it shrunk the bore just a tiny amount, and now it's stuck. Or it's no longer the nice slip fit that it was before. That one's fine, so it's just that bottom one. Bummer. Okay, so I'm going to go chuck this in the lathe like this and just sandpaper the outside because I don't need to take much off. And do I have some long chunks of sandpaper? I do not. 150 sounds about right. So just strip a saw on the top off. Okay, hole clean. Proceed with sanding. Nice pretty sand or finish is gone. So that definitely works well. More sanding. Much more sanding. There you go. Okay, put this on right way around. So that looks relatively good. Now there's this clip. And it went like that. Plan B. Loosen this. Put that into the channel. So the problem I'm running into is this is getting caught under that ring. I could Dremel a spot in it. Or I can just do that. Okay, that worked. Figure out where this goes again. Say it lines up right there. Lock it in place. Oh, that was kind of fail. Okay, this time, pull the cord all the way out. Okay, line that up with that notch. Tighten the mounting screw. Looks good. So I think this is supposed to keep it from spinning all the way around. But where exactly it goes, I wonder if it goes like that. So here's the stops. So if I put this at 90 to the propeller, gives you quite a bit that way, and gets you almost to reverse, but not quite. Yeah, I'm going to go with that for now. Good news is, if it's not correct, it's really easy to adjust. Loosen said screw, and off you go. Okay, next up, I think I put the head back on. So, insert up to line. I am inserted up to the line. Should I put it on backwards and see if Dave notices? That'd be funny. Okay. So right now I got that vertical. That is pretty much vertical. And tighten the pinch bolt. One of those jobs that needs more hands. Okay. That's tight. Next up, I gotta put the exhaust back on. But first, get some of the old grease and oil out of the clamps. Not tightening those all the way up yet. So this goes on this side. There's a little divot for the shift cable. I'm assuming that's the shift cable, reversing cable, whatever you want to call it, cable. It's starting to look like it's supposed to be this way. Just snug those up a little bit. Okay. Now the last bit, this assembly. Uh-oh. I don't see it pinched anywhere. Definitely very stiff at the moment. This was basically just screwed all the way in. It didn't look like an adjustment. This goes right in there. Straight screwdriver. Okay, that's out of gear. That's in gear. Yep, looks like everything works. So this is just a clutch. In gear, out of gear. I think it's good. Yeah. All that just to put those in. It seems to be functional. I think I'm done. Ooh, new record. Average watch time, 20 seconds. So if anyone in the future finds these videos, yeah, I suck. That. Thanks for those who watched. Have a nice day.